Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakach Kodash. Double honors to my apostles that rule well at Great Millstone. Salutations to all the Akim that's pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. To you I say Shalom. And what you see on the screen is the so-called UFOs. Alright. And you see people getting beamed up. Okay, because the so-called UFOs are actually the chariots of Israel. Alright. Behold, he cometh with the clouds. Another word for a cloud is the chariots. Alright. Another word for the chariots are the clouds, the so-called UFOs. And Esau, Edom, they know that the so-called UFOs are the chariots of Israel, and angels are in those chariots, okay? Alright. And that's our salvation out of here, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, by the way of those chariots, okay? And keep in mind, angels are in those chariots. Okay, the so-called Christian church don't teach about that or preach about that. Alright? But we at Great Millstone, the Israelites, we teach this, man. Starting with the apostles on down. Okay? And it's in the scriptures. So I want to get some scriptures, man. It says, get me out of here, right? Because America, Babylon the Great, is going to get hit with nuclear missiles. And there has to be a way for us, the hopeful elect, to make it out of this place, Babylon the Great. And also throughout the four corners of the earth, the elect are scattered. So these vehicles is going to beam us up. Lord willing, we are a part of that number, man. Okay. This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, talking about the chariots, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Amen. And that's plain. He cometh with the clouds. Yahweh Shai. And those that's, that are remaining on the earth, they're going to get destroyed. They're going to be cut off. Okay. This is Acts chapter 1, verse 9. It reads, and when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel. Those two men were angels. And it says, verse 9, that he was taken up. Who was taken up? Yahweh Shai. Verse 11, which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahweh Shai, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. Alright? The same way Yahweh Shai was beamed up in those chariots, he's going to come back with the chariots, with the clouds. And we're looking forward to that, man. Okay? We have an understanding of that. And we praise Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for giving us the understanding. This Psalm 68, verse 17, the chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai, in the holy place, right? There's angels in those chariots. Okay? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, he has a host, a heavenly host. He has a host of angels. He has an army. Okay? That's the point. This is this is Jeremiah 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Because that's being said today. Everybody know about that story. How the Israelites were delivered from the hand of Pharaoh and his army. Okay, the Israelites was serving under the Egyptians, our enemies. Okay. All right. But guess what? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua delivered the children of Israel and drowned the Egyptians and their host, which that was a great deliverance, which there's going to be a greater deliverance to come. Verse 15. But the Lord liveth, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. You see? That's going to be the same. How the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, delivered the elect out of the nation of Israel from throughout the four corners of the earth, and also in Babylon the Great, which is America. Okay. This is Matthew 26, verse 64. Yahweh Shai saith unto him, Thou hast said, nevertheless, I say unto you, hereafter shall ye see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. He's returning in those clouds, in those chambers. Okay. First Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Yeah, those that died in Yahweh is going to rise first in the air. Okay, in those chambers. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord. That's a promise. That's coming, all right? Verse 18, wherefore comfort one another with these words. And it's very comforting to know that salvation is coming. Salvation is on its way. You know? Revelation chapter 11, verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. We're not talking about a stratus cloud or a nimbus cloud or a cumulus cloud. No, we're talking about the chariots of Israel. It's all throughout the scriptures. And it says, and their enemies beheld them. Because the enemy's going to see us, our enemy's going to see us go up in those chambers, in those clouds, in those chariots. Verse 13. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, which represents a complete number of people. And the remnant were frightened, which the elect were frightened, and gave glory to the Most High of heaven, man. You know? We're going to be affrighted a little bit, in a sense, you know? But still being saved, Lord willing, we are a part of that number. You know, this is Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1, verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. Because people are not looking for the chariots to deliver the Israelites. You see? Esau's so proud, he think his house is going to go on forever. He think he's going to continue to rule forever. But he's not. He's not going to fulfill his new world order. Esau shall be in straits. He's been exposed. He's been in straits right now. He's at a difficult point in life right now. And he's mad. So people is going to be troubled with terrible fear. And they're going to see the amazing strangeness of the elect's salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. You know, this is This is the book of Isaiah 26 verse 20. Isaiah 26 verse 20. It says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed." Right, we're going to be in a safe place. We're going to be hid from the scourges, and we're going to be hid from the nuclear missiles, man. It's not going to touch us. Out of one Ratazah, Lord willing. Okay, verse 21. "For behold, Yahweh cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain." Right, the Most High is going to destroy this world, man. Esau rulership is going to go down. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is not going to destroy all the earth, for the earth abideth forever. But Babylon the Great, which is America, will be totally made desolate, man. Isaiah 66 verse 15. "For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many." It's going to be a lot of killing that Yahweh is going to do, man. And those different chariots, they spit out different laser beams of fire. And these movies show you. These directors and producers, they know. You see, they know. The scriptures talk about how they are wiser than Daniel. Talking about the Esau, this, the elite. They know what's going on, but yet their heart and their minds, they so prideful. The pride have deceived them. Okay, just how the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart to not let the children of Israel go. Well, guess what? The Yahweh Shai is hardening Esau Edom's heart to the point that they think that they're going to continue to rule forever. They think that they're going to establish their new world order, but they're not. Okay? So with that, all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha HaKodash. Shalom.